Exodus chapter 26. Curtains of linen. Moreover, you shall make the tabernacle sacred tent of worship with 10 interior curtains of fine twisted linen and purple, blue, and scarlet fabric. You shall make them with embroidered cherubim, the handwork of a skillful craftsman. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. All of the curtains shall measure the same. The 5 curtains shall be joined to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be joined to one another. You shall make loops of blue on the outer edge of the last curtain in the first set, and likewise in the second set. You shall make 50 loops on the one curtain and 50 loops on the edge of the last curtain that is in the second set. The loops on one curtain correspond to the loops on the another. You shall make 50 gold hooks and fasten the curtains together with the hooks, and the tabernacle shall be one unit. Curtains of goat's hair. Then you shall make exterior curtains of goat's hair as a tent over the tabernacle. You shall make 11 curtains in all. Each curtain shall be 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. The 11 curtains shall all measure the same. You shall join 5 curtains by themselves and the other 6 curtains by themselves, and you shall double over the 6th curtain at the front of the tent to make a closed door. Make 50 loops on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set, and 50 loops on the edge of the outermost curtain in the second set. You shall make 50 bronze hooks and put the hooks into the loops and join the tent together so that it may be one unit. The overlapping part that is left over from the tent curtains, the half curtain that is left over, shall lap over the back of the tabernacle. The cubit on one side and the cubit on the other of what is left over in the length of the curtains of the tent shall lap over the sides of the tabernacle on one side and the other side to cover it. You shall make a 30 covering for the tent of ram's skin dyed red, and a 4th covering above that of porpoise skins. Boards and sockets. Then you shall make the boards for the tabernacle of acacia wood, standing upright as a like frame. The length of each board shall be 10 cubits, and the width of each board shall be 1.5 cubit. Make 2 dovetails in each board for fitting them together. You shall do the same for all the tabernacle boards. You shall make the boards for the tabernacle in the following quantities: 20 boards for the south side. You shall make 40 silver sockets under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under each board for its 2 dovetails, and 2 sockets under another board for its 2 dovetails. For the north side of the tabernacle there shall be 20 boards, and there 40 silver sockets, 2 sockets under each board. For the back or west side of the tabernacle you shall make 6 boards. Make 2 boards for the concerns of the tabernacle at the rear on both sides. They shall be joined together underneath and joined together on top with one ring. So shall it be for both of them. They shall form the 2 rear corners. 8 boards and 16 silver sockets, 2 sockets under each board. Then you shall make 15 bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the another side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the rear end of the tabernacle for the back wall toward the west. And the middle bar in the center of both shall pass through horizontally from end to end. You shall overlay the boards with gold and make their rings of gold to hold the bars. You shall overlay the bars with gold. You shall erect the tabernacle according to its plan, the direction corresponding to its meaning and purpose, which has been shown to you on the mountain. The veil and screen. You shall make a veil to divide the 2 rooms of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen, skillfully worked with cherubim on it. You shall hang it on 4 pillars, support poles of acacia wood overlaid with gold, and gold hooks on 4 silver sockets. You shall hang the veil from the hooks that connect the curtains together, and you shall bring the ark of the testimony there within the veil. The veil shall separate for you the holy place and the holy of holies. You shall put the mercy seat on the ark of the testimony in the holy of holies. You shall set the table for the bread outside the veil in the holy place on the north side, and the lampstand opposite the table on the south side of the tabernacle. You shall make a screen to provide a covering for the doorway of the tent of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric and finely woven embroidered linen, the work of an embroiderer. You shall make 5 pillars, support poles of acacia wood to support the hanging curtain, and overlay them with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold, and you shall cast 5 base sockets of bronze for them. Exodus chapter 27. The bronze altar. And you shall make the altar for burnt offerings of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The altar shall be square, and its height shall be 3 cubits. Make on-shaped projections for it on its 4 corners. The awns shall be of 1 piece with it, and you shall overlay it with bronze. You shall make pots to remove its ashes, and shovels, basins to catch the blood of the sacrificed animal, meat forks, and fire pans to store live coals. You shall make all its utensils of bronze. Also make a grat for it, a network of bronze, and on the grid you are to make 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners, and you shall put it under the ledge of the altar so that the grid will extend halfway up the altar. You shall make carrying poles for the altar, poles of acacia wood overlaid with bronze. The poles shall be inserted through the rings on the 2 sides of the altar so that it may be carried. You are to make the altar hollow with planks, as you were shown on the mountain of Sinai, so shall it be made. Court of the tabernacle. You shall make the court of the tabernacle. The south side of the court is to have curtains of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits long for one side. It shall have 20 pillars and 20 bronze sockets, but the hooks of the pillars are there. Fasteners shall be silver. Likewise for the north side there shall be curtains 100 cubits long, and its 20 pillars and 20 bronze sockets, but the hooks of the pillars and their fasteners shall be silver. For the width of the court on the west side there shall be curtains of 50 cubits with 10 pillars, support poles, and 10 sockets. The width of the court to the front on the east side shall be 50 cubits. The curtains for one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits with 3 pillars and 3 sockets. On the other side of the gate, the curtains shall be 15 cubits with 3 pillars and 3 sockets. For the gate of the court, there shall be a screen to provide a covering of 20 cubits of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric and finely woven embroidered linen, the work of an embroiderer, with 4 pillars and 4 base sockets. All the pillars support poles around the court shall be joined together with silver rods. Their hooks shall be of silver and their sockets of bronze. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits and the width 50 cubits throughout, and the height 5 cubits of fine twisted linen, and their sockets of bronze. All the tabernacle's utensils and instruments used in all its service, and all its stakes, and all the stakes for the court shall be of bronze. You shall command the Israelites to provide you with clear oil of beaten olives for the light, to make a lamp burn continually every night in the tent of meeting of God with his people, outside the veil which is in front of the ark of the testimony, and sets it apart. Aaron the high priest and his sons shall keep the lamp burning from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be perpetual statute to be observed throughout their generations on behalf of the Israelites. Exodus chapter 28. Garments of the priest. Now bring your brother Aaron near and his sons with him from among the sons of Israel, so that he may serve as priest to me. Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. You are to make sacred garments, official clothing reserved for holy services, for Aaron your brother, for honor and for beauty, ornamentation. Tell all the skilled and talented people whom I have endowed with a spirit of wisdom that they are to make Aaron's garments to sanctify him and set him apart to serve as a priest for me. These are the garments which they shall make: a breastpiece and an ephod for the breastpiece, and a robe and a tunic of checkered work, a turban and a sash. They shall make sacred garments for Aaron your brother and his sons, so that he may serve as a priest to me. They are to use the gold and blue and purple and the scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen from the people, and they shall make the ephod of gold and blue, purple and scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen, skillfully woven and beautifully worked. It is to have 2 shoulder pieces joined to its 2 back and front ends, so that it may be joined together, and the skillfully woven sash which is on the ephod shall be made of the same material of gold, of blue, purple and scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen. You shall take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the 12 sons of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone and the remaining 6 names on the other stone, arranged in the order of their births, with the work of a dweller, like the engravings of a signet. You shall engrave the 2 stones according to the names of the sons of Israel. You shall have them set in filigree settings of gold. You shall put the 2 stones on the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod of the high priest, as memorial stones for Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names on his 2 shoulders as a memorial before the Lord. You shall make filigree settings of gold, and you are to make 2 chains of pure gold like twisted cords and fasten the corded chains to the settings. You are to make a breastpiece of judgment, the work of a skilled and talented craftsman. Like the work of the ephod, you shall make it of gold, of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, and of fine twisted linen. The breastpiece shall be square and folded double, a span about 9 inches in length and a span in width. You shall mount on it 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a row of ruby, topaz, and emerald, and the second row a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond. The third row a jacinth, and agate, and an amethyst, and the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold filigree. The engraved stones shall be 12 according to the names of the 12 tribes of the sons of Israel. They shall be like the engravings of a signet, each with its name for the 12 tribes. You shall make for the breastpiece chains of pure gold twisted like cords. You shall make on the breastpiece 2 rings of gold, and shall put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastpiece. You shall put the 2 twisted cords of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastpiece. The other 2 ends of the 2 cords you shall fasten in the 2 filigree settings in front, putting them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod. You shall make 2 gold rings and put them at the 2 ends of the breastpiece on its inside edge next to the ephod. You are to make 2 gold rings and attach them to the lower part of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod in front, close to the place where it is joined above the skillfully woven sash of the ephod. They shall bind the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with the blue cord, so that it will be above the skillfully woven sash of the ephod, so that the breastpiece will not come loose from the ephod. So Aaron shall carry the names of the sons of the Israel Jacob in the breastpiece of judgment over his heart when he enters the holy place, to bring them in continual remembrance before the Lord. In the breastpiece of judgment you shall put the Urim, light, and the Thummim, perfections, to be used for determining God's will in a matter. They shall be over Aaron's heart whenever he goes before the Lord, and Aaron shall always carry the judgment, verdict, judicial decisions of the sons of Israel over his heart before the Lord. And you shall make the robe of the ephod all of blue. There shall be an opening and its top in the center for the head, with a binding of woven work around the opening, like the opening in a coat of armor, so that it will not tear or fray. You shall make pomegranates of blue, purple, and sacred fabric all around its hem, with gold bells between them, a golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate all around the bottom hem of the robe. Aaron shall wear the robe when he ministers, and its sound shall be heard when he goes alone into the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, so that he will not die there. You shall also make a plate of pure gold and engrave on it like the engravings of a signet, holy to the Lord. You shall fasten it on the front of the turban with the blue cord. It shall be on Aaron's forehead, and Aaron shall take away the guilt from the holy things which the sons of Israel dedicate. With regard to all their holy gifts, it shall always be on his forehead, so that they may be accepted before the Lord. You shall wave the tunic of checkered work of fine linen, and make a turban of fine linen. You shall make a sash, the work of an embroiderer. For Aaron's sons, you shall make tunics and sashes and ornamental caps for glory and honor and beauty. You shall put the various articles of clothing on Aaron, your brother, and on his sons with him, and shall anoint them and ordain and sanctify them, so that they may serve me as priests. You shall make for them white linen undergarments to cover their bare flesh, reaching from the waist to the thighs. The various articles of clothing shall be on Aaron and on his sons when they enter the tent of meeting, or when they approach the altar of incense to minister in a holy place, so that they do not incur guilt and die. It shall be a statute forever to Aaron and to his descendants after him.